Yo, what's up everybody? How you doing? This is your coach Renz, and in this video I'm going to be like super sarcastic. So if you are, sensitive, this may not be a video that you want to watch, because it's quite irritating to me when people are just blatantly stupid and don't look at the facts of things and just want to push their agenda. So this video is going to talk about two things, but they're both very similar in their stupidity to me. And if I offend you, if I hurt your feelings, then oh well, get over it, too bad. My wife says sometimes that I could be that way and I could be mean. Well, today I'm going to be a little bit mean, so you may want to turn this off right now. Now, if you like me, go ahead and support the channel. Click on the little subscribe button, hit the bell icon, get your notifications. And I do appreciate everybody who supports the channel on Patreon, as well as everybody who supports by becoming members of YouTube, buying from Uncle Ren's Popcorn. I appreciate you guys greatly. So, they always say that if you're going to say something like that, like what I'm about to say, that you first need to clean up your own house. So since I'm a black man, I'm going to clean up my own house first. So in cleaning up my own house, I was scrolling down Facebook, like I do sometimes, and I saw this post. And I'm not going to show the name because I don't want to embarrass the person directly. But it says, if your parents are from India, how are black? Space, question mark, question mark, question mark. Just a question. But where's the question mark? Okay, so let's look at this statement first. For it needs to be, if you're going to post something like this, and it got a lot of comments on there. If you're going to post something like this, let's try to get grammatically correct. Now, I know sometimes I mess up grammatically, and my wife may call me and say, hey, you put this word or that word, because I do a lot of talking text instead of actually texting with my hand. And I go back and I correct it. So I'm going to give you a chance. Go correct this. It should have read, if your parents are from India, how are you black? Question mark. How are you? Now, here's another part you need to correct. If your parent, because this post was about Kamala Harris, is what this was about. It was about Kamala Harris. I figured you guys knew that, but it's about Kamala Harris. So it should have read, if your parent is from India, comma, how are you black? Question mark. Just a question, question mark. That's how it should have read grammatically. Now, but let's look at how it's written and what the thought process. If your parents, as plural, are from India, how are you black? All right. Okay, first of all, India is not a race. India is a nationality. We gotta think with facts, people. We gotta think with facts. First of all, India is a country. All right, it's a nation. It's not a race. I was just having a conversation with my nephew yesterday or the day before about comparing apples and oranges. You gotta make a fair comparison. You can't make a comparison of things that don't match up. That's just far away from each other. And this one is far away from each other when you compare a nationality to a race. And see, here's the thing. Now, you guys know I don't really believe in race, but I live on this third dimensional plane of Earth, so I got to deal with race. Now, here's the thing. I may be black according to race as far as how we define it, but my nationality is American. You get it? So a person is from India. Her mother, first of all, her mother is from India, which makes her mother's being from India her nationality. It is not her race. But we fail to realize that in other countries in the world, they don't go by race the same way we do in America. Can you get that? Now, mother born in India, they don't go by race the same way. In India, see, we need to learn some things before we speak on some things. In India, they first go by that fact that you're from India. Then they go by what part of India. Then they go by what caste system that you came from. Even though they say the caste system is not there anymore and it's not as prevalent, but it's still, the remnants of it are still there, just like we still got remnants of Jim Crow, we still got remnants of slavery, we still got remnants of everything major that has happened in society. Native Americans are still going through what they go through, you know, because of what happened with Trail of Tears and Manifest Destiny. All these things are still lasting, so they still got remnants of caste system, and they go by that. They also go by religion, but your religion is a big deal in India, and you're categorized by that. So understand, Indians aren't running, people in India aren't running around saying that I'm white, I'm black, I'm white, I'm black. They only kind of like conform to that when they come to America, which is why when you look on the birth certificates, they wrote Caucasian. When you look on their certificates of naturalization, actually I should say, they wrote Caucasian. The mother, Kamala Harris birth certificate, mother and father wrote Caucasian. Because here's the thing, the daddy is Jamaican and he black as far as how we would categorize him. The mother is from India and she caramel, so she black in the way that we would categorize them. But let's go even deeper. If black is just the amount of melanin in your skin, or if you came out of Africa is what you're trying to say, then the out of Africa idea is the fact that India was one of the first places that Africans migrated to. If you want to look at it even deeper, the god Krishna, which is their Jesus, because they got Brahman, and then Brahman formed himself into Krishna, and this is the 13th iteration of Krishna right now. Krishna means the black one. So when you go to India, there is a distinction because of British colonialism and the way that they treated people. Lighter skinned Indians are given a higher privilege than darker skinned Indians. There's a color complex in India in the same way that there was a color complex in Rwanda, the same way there was a color complex in almost every nation that Europeans colonized. So that system has still lasted, and we have to break free from this mindset that you gotta be black or this or that, or even separating the idea that other people in other countries think differently. Get over it. I probably said that all kind of wrong, but people in other countries think differently. They don't think the same way we think here in America. So we got to get past that. And here's the thing. This is a political season, and you guys know I'm an independent. I'm not a Democrat, nor am I a Republican. I'm an independent. You got to win my vote. And, you know, quite frankly, I don't like none of these jokers. I'm disappointed by Trump because I studied his books back in the day and thought that this was a different person that was running. So I was disappointed in him before he even became president, just based on the things he was saying. I don't like Joe Biden, don't trust him, all the racist stuff that he did towards black people as he came up through the Senate. No, I don't trust Joe Biden. And I don't really trust Kamala Harris to a certain degree, you know, and people are going to use it as they want to. If it's a political football for her to say that she's the first Asian DA, then they're going to use that. If they're going to say that she's the first black because her dad's from Jamaica, they're going to use that. Because most Jamaicans will identify as black. But a Jamaican is going to identify as Jamaican first. That's why on her birth certificate, her dad wrote Jamaican. Because Jamaicans are that way. They are nationalists. They are more nationalists than they are about their race. So we got to stop with this nonsense that everybody in the world thinks the same way black Americans think. They don't. And we are a global society. Oh my God. Just like my video I did the other day. I can't wait for the one world government. One world government, one world, dispense with all nationalities, because this is stupid. It's just stupid. I really wish the aliens would come down so we can unite under one banner. And I don't want them to be nice and be violent, so we can unite and try to fight off the aliens. And maybe y'all will get over yourselves, because this is just dumb. Now, let's clean up another house and go to the other house, since we racist. Sometimes racists want a racist. That's just what they want to do. They just want a racist. And in this situation, what we have is Black Lives Matter is protesting all over the place, and that's good. White people protesting Black Lives Matter, black people, Asian people in other countries, all that, bringing attention to the fact that black people have suffered under police brutality ever since we came to this country. No matter how you call it, no matter what it is, we've suffered under it. Now, here's the thing. In today's world, a lot of white people want to think that, oh, that happened so long ago. Oh, it can't be as bad as you think. Oh, all lives matter. It's not about all lives matter. It's about the fact that the black life don't matter. Let me give you a little something from, because most of the people who complain about this, y'all Christians. Y'all Christians. And you're sitting up here and you don't even understand the teachings of the book that you went through, that you believe in. Here's one of your teachings. One of your teachings talks about Jesus giving a parable that there are 99 sheep. 99 of them. 100 sheep. Got 100 sheep. 99 of them are over here in the pasture, but the one goes off into the mountain and he's in danger. Jesus said that a good shepherd will leave the 99 and go and get that one sheep and bring him back. What's the message here? Because y'all sure don't read this in your church and get it. The message is this. The message is, if 99 of your sheep, white people, are all doing great, white people, have all not been in slavery, white people, aren't facing police brutality at scale, white people, aren't going to jail at a higher rate, white people, aren't having laws put against them, white people, then the 99 is okay. Got better opportunity, got more privileges and they good to go. White people. He leaves the 99 because they're fine. They're good. You didn't watch a white person sit there with a man's knee on his neck and die. You didn't see a cop kill somebody when they could have easily apprehended him. So what? He had drugs in his systems and all that kind of stuff. He was on his neck. You looked in his eyes and you saw him die. It's about that. It's about the shootings of a black man who's running away so damn slow that you could have easily caught him. It's about that. It's about killing a kid who held a gun. It's about busting into somebody's house with a no-knock warrant. A man try to protect his family, but yet you shoot and murder Breonna Taylor. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. But you don't understand that the one is in danger and needs saving. That's what your Messiah was trying to teach you, but you can't hear because you racist, and racists want to race. And you grew up in a racist society. So what do? You grab hold of the first damn thing smoking. The first thing smoking. What was smoking? Oh, a black man killed a 5-year-old boy. It's a horrible, tragic thing. As a father, I can't imagine what that man is going through. I don't want to imagine. Actually, I can somewhat imagine what that man is going through, to be honest. There was an incident where negligence caused my daughter to drown, my oldest girl to drown, and she was legally dead and was resuscitated. And for an hour or two, I had no idea if she was still alive or not. So I felt that pain for just a little bit, but not like this man. Not like this man. I am not saying that I am the same as this man, what he felt. But understand this. The 5-year-old boy was shot. Right-wing people, conservative people, racists, carry my rebel flag, Black Lives Matter, all lives matter people, started clamoring on one little article, one little statement where somebody said that where's all the national media attention? Where's the outrage? Where's the rioting for this 5-year-old boy? Let's look at the facts, racist white people, because that's all I saw on my page who had something to say about it. To which, oh my God, after what I'm going to say, let me go ahead and say it. None of them have recanted a word of what they said previously. But let's look at it for what it said. Let's look at the facts of it. And that's my problem. Oh, that's my problem. I'm always just looking at the facts. Facts. Not my emotion, even though I'm like hyped up right now. Because y'all drive me crazy. You humans drive me crazy with this. Comparing the two situations, comparing almost every situation. This black man had dinner the night before with the family of the 5-year-old boy. The next day, gunshots are heard. The father comes out. His son is lying down. He comes and cradles his son and realizes that his son was shot. He looks across. This is the father's statement. He looks across and he sees his neighbor that he just had dinner with, that he has no bad blood with, in his yard, pacing about frantically, angry. evidently showing some type of mental illness with a gun in his hand, and he's frantic. Now, if somebody came and murdered somebody, because this is what y'all was saying, he assassinated this 5-year-old boy. He walked up and out of revenge for Black Lives Matter, he murdered and assassinated this 5-year-old white boy. This is what y'all was saying on my Facebook page. This is what was in my timeline. I dare you to recant it. But the boy, the man was frantic, crazed out of, he was acting out. Evidently something was wrong. Not justifying it at all. Because guess what happened next? The next day, the police came and they arrested him. And then the day after that, they charged him with first-degree murder. So he's in jail, charged with first-degree murder. Breonna Taylor's, have they been charged? How many other black men or women or children have been murdered by the police but then not be charged? Or they were murdered by the police and they were charged later, much later. They were put on administrative leave and getting paid. How many times have they murdered a black man, woman, or child and yet they get off? This black man, this is, see, apples and oranges. This black man, for whatever reason, however it happened, whether he was out of his mind, I don't know. We don't know. The father said that there was no bad blood. So I'm going to tend to, and the father said that he saw him in this yard being angry and walking, pacing around frantically with a gun. So I'm going to say, based on the father of the 5-year-old who died, that this man had some kind of mental issue that may have been diagnosed, may have not been diagnosed. But that's one of those racist things in our systematic racist things, is that black people with trauma don't get diagnosed equally like white people do. As a veteran, it is so appalling to the fact that black people get turned down for PTSD at a much higher rate than white people. White people, former military, PTSD, boom, got it. You suffered. Because there's no way a white person could be acting out this way. Black person, PTSD, no, you don't have PTSD, because we already have a preconceived notion that black people are angry. Black people vent. Black people cannot control their emotions. There's already that stigma in America. So when black veterans go and file for PTSD, we get denied at a higher rate than white people. That's just a fact. So our mental illnesses are dismissed, which is why we don't report it half the time nor deal with it, which is a wrong thing to do. Go deal with it. Now, here's the thing. Racist people who want to be racist on both sides, y'all need to get some facts. This black man was arrested pretty much immediately. This man has been charged pretty much immediately. We can count number after number of black men who were killed by police, not charged, or got off. It happens over and over. This is what the protest is about. Compare apples and apples, not apples and oranges. Hell, y'all ain't even comparing apples. Y'all comparing like apples to cucumbers when it comes to this. And black people, I don't particularly care for any of these politicians. To me, it's a two-headed snake with the same body. To me, that's what it is. I don't particularly care for none of them. They follow party lines. They don't do what they know what is right to do. They rather just stay in the good graces of their party 90% of the time. But Kamala Harris, really? About her being black? Why don't you focus on the fact that she withheld evidence, or that she, 1,500 black men went to jail under her policies of smoking weed, but yet she laughs about the fact that she smoked weed. Focus on something else if you want to come at her. But focusing in on, and that's your political right to do so. I'm not saying focus on those things, because I don't. I'm thinking about what policies have she tried to implement as a senator or congresswoman. I don't know which one she is. I have to look it up again. I'm more interested in that than what she did as a DA. Because as a DA, for the most part, she's trying to convict people, as many as she possibly can, and lose the least amount of times she possibly can. A DA's win-loss record is what matters. And the more people they put in jail because they're prosecutors, that's what they're going to do to keep their job, to keep feeding their family, keep doing whatever they're doing. As a senator, congressperson, I want to know what she did in office. That's what you need to focus on. That's what you need to focus on. But the focus on whether or not she's black, being black or white is something that is more American than anything else. It's more American. When I lived in Germany and I run into black people in Germany and I was like, oh, you black? They were like, no, I'm Kenyan. Oh, you black? No, I'm British. Oh, you black? No, I'm German. People was more about their nationalities. When I was in Africa, people were more about their nationalities or their tribe more so than whether or not they were black. That's a more of an American thing. You go to the Caribbean, they're more about their nationality. You know, he's Jamaican, they Trinidad. Hell, you run into Caribbeans around here and they will tell you their nationality before they say something about them being black. So this is stupid. Stupid to be going over whether or not this woman is black because her mother is Indian. And she's a darker skinned Indian woman. She's caramel. Alright? Her daddy is darker than me. Jamaican. So this is stupid. For American standards, she black. Plain and simple. Look at her politics. Base your decision on that. Not whether or not she's black. That's dumb. Hey, her mama and daddy are darker than Obama. Y'all like him? Just saying. But anyway, yes, I know I was mean. I know I was sarcastic. I don't care. Because, you know, racists want to racist. Stupid want to be stupid. It don't make sense. It don't make sense to me. Let's look at facts, people. Get down with the facts. If the facts bear out to something to be something, then let it be that. Quit getting caught up into your emotions and quit getting caught up into whatever the media says or whatever the culture says. Do what's right for you. Think about what's right for you. Think about what is good for you. Hell, think. Do that. And let's see how far you go. Because remember, you got to free yourself to be yourself. Because your greatness is non-negotiable. So good journey, good vibrations. And I can't wait for the comments.